Hey there guys, it's Colin. Welcome back to another video on the Brickaniac channel, and today I have another custom set for you guys. It is based off of the new episode of What If? Zombies. Warning, this video will contain spoilers for episode 5 of What If, but anyways, with all that out of the way, let's just get started with bag 1 of this custom set. The first figure and the main character of this episode is Spider-Man, and he uses the same torso and legs as well as hair from the Disney Plus Marvel CMF series because it is based off of the same episode, and I think they really nailed it on this one. I did give him a slightly different headpiece because I think it makes him look a bit younger than he does in the official CMF, and I just think it works a lot better. Anyways, that's all for this figure. Next up is Zombie Iron Man. Although he wasn't in this specific location, I still think he deserves to be in the set because a lot of fans want him to be in minifigure form, so I decided to make him. He uses the same torso and legs as he does in Infinity War because this, of course, does take place at the exact same time, and he has the same suit. He has some brown hair, and he has a zombified facial expression with a bunch of cuts and green eyes. Last up in bag 1 is the zombified civilian. He has a messy dark brown hairpiece, some zombified face and arm prints, and a brown jacket. Overall, I'm really happy with how this guy turned out. The build for bag 1 is just a small train track for Peter to stand on and slingshot the train, and it's not too big, but trust me, the next two builds for bag 2 and 3 are a lot bigger and better. Speaking of bag 2, let's get started with the figures included in it. Starting off with Zombie Hawkeye, and he has a bow and quiver like he normally does, as well as a brown ruffled hairpiece and a zombified expression that just looks kind of confused. It has a ton of scrapes and bruises as well as yellow eyes. Bucky Barnes is the next minifigure. He's pretty similar to the one from the Infinity War Bricktober pack from a few years back, but he has the Wakandan arm that he has in this episode, which is just his normal robotic arm but in black. Overall, nothing too special about this figure, but my favorite figure in this entire set is probably the Falcon. Zombie Falcon was extremely fun to design. He uses a similar wing design to the one in Infinity War, but slightly modified, and his legs and torso are also pretty similar to the one from Infinity War, just in darker colors. Then his arms are both dual molded. His right arm is dual molded black and aqua to show that he is zombified, and his other arm is black and translucent red with his hand being transparent to show that his arm has been ripped off. His face is extremely bloody, and it was pretty fun to design because of his goggles. Overall, this is probably my favorite character in the set. The build of the set is the train station where Hawkeye attacks Happy and Sharon. That's the middle part. The two side parts have some Easter eggs, so let's take a closer look at those. In the right area, there is a small TV playing Peter's So You Want to Survive the Zombie Apocalypse training video, and on the floor, there is a zombified rat. Whether it's the rat that saved the entire universe in Endgame is just up to your imagination. Over to the left is one of my favorite Easter eggs in the set, and it is a TV playing the news with a zombified Stan Lee cameo. I know he wasn't in this episode, but I still think it was a cool inclusion for this set. You can see that it says the news and zombies in New York City on the right, and then in the top left of the screen it says 12:05, which is the time but also the month and year that the first Marvel Zombies comic was released. There's also a little green bench. And here is the area in action with Falcon and Hawkeye attacking Bucky. Overall, I think this looks pretty cool and run down because this is obviously in the apocalypse. The only figure in bag 3 is a much needed update to the Wasp. She has pretty similar printing to the ones she had in 2018, but they're printed on black pieces now. She has a smirking expression as well as a brown ponytail and the same wings that she used back in 2018. The build for bag 3 is the train that they use to try and go find an antidote to the zombie virus. And they are both identical carts on the outside, but let's take a closer look at the inside. Inside the first cart are some blue seats like there were in the show, as well as a table for Hope to lay down on as she is infected by the zombie virus. Here's a minifig's eye view of the second cart, you can see that I included Zombie Captain America and Bucky, so you could recreate the scene if you have the Zombie Captain America figure where they face off and eventually Bucky prevails. You can see that on either side there are windows, but I couldn't include chairs because that would make it too cramped for them to be able to face off. Anyways, that is all the builds. Here is the box art that I created for this set, and here are all the builds together. Anyways, what did you guys think of this set? I think it's a really cool way for you to be able to recreate some of the best scenes in the episode. Comment down below what you might have changed or what other LEGO custom sets you'd like to see me make in the future. I'd really like to hear your ideas. But that's all I have for you guys today. Have a great day, and go build something awesome.